Welcome back, everyone. It's time to wrap things up. Our duty must be completed. We've had a fair degree of fun making dungeons. But our final duty is to awaken the windfish, destroy the evil once and for all, and leave Koholint Island. You must have the magnifying glass to complete this. Read the book Dark Secrets and Mysteries of Koholint in the library to gain your instructions for the windfish's egg. So we go right 3 times, up once. Left twice. That's left, you idiot! Left 3 times, up once, right twice, up twice. We have our instructions for navigating the windfish's egg. The children we've met, the pets we've looked after, the people we've helped along the way, the friends we've made. It's time to say goodbye. Someday, the dream was always going to end. That we would have to wake up and confront the reality of this world. We can't stay in our dreams forever. We have to do what is right for the greater good. Though the needs of the many may well outweigh the needs of the few, it is still a sorrowful and heart-rending moment to have to give up so much, to destroy such a wonderful and lively world. A world that has been our home. Here it is. Mount Tamaranch. We solemnly ascend the final location and reach the egg. Before its slumbering eye, we play the Ballad of the Windfish. A passageway breaks open, and the owl turns up to give us one last bit of exposition. Wouldn't be right otherwise. The time has come. The windfish awaits. Enter the egg. In we go. Just listen to that, as I suppose you have been. It makes you sad this isn't a full dungeon. It's just a little labyrinth with those directions. Head up from here. And we have to head left, not right, 3 times. It's just a very simple labyrinth. And now it was up once. Right twice and then up twice. That music deserves a proper dungeon. It was pretty good in the original games, but that really hits it out of the park. Thankfully, I haven't stuffed up. It's time to dive right in. I think there's even whale song in the background.
We were born of nightmares. To take over this world, we made the windfish sleep endlessly. If the windfish doesn't wake up, this island will never disappear. We would have been the masters of this place. But you had to come here and disrupt our plans. You can never defeat us. Let's rumble!
Here it is, our final boss, known as Death Eye. The form it takes initially, is a giant gel. You might recognize this as a more aggressive version of the one that appeared in the Color Dungeon, or at least was adapted for it. Get that magic powder out. Without magic powder, you can't beat the final boss. 3 hits. And do you recognize him? It's Aghanim! It is implied that Death Eye is drawing on Link's own experiences, the foes he's fought along the journey. Aghanim is fought pretty much as he is in A Link to the Past. However, he doesn't have that big lightning bolt attack. I don't think you can deflect that with the mirror shield. Now, he's obviously being a bit smarter and mixing it up. Trying to make sure I can't actually retaliate. You'll need a few hits to take down Aghanim. Didn't jump that well that time. But the music is pretty damn cool. So there we are. 4 blows takes down Aghanim. It's everybody's favorite burger snake thing, Moldorm. As to why Moldorm is here, well, it gave a lot of players nightmares in the Tower of Hera. It's going absolutely berserk now. Get a 4th hit on the tail. Our old foe Ganon is here. He'll defend himself with his trident. Dodge those bats he shoots at you. Dodge his trident. And when he's open, try and dash at him with the Pegasus boots. He will keep himself very well guarded. This boss isn't messing around. Couple of good hits in there. So there we are. I'm not sure if you can use the sword for this one, but it's a land molar. No. So the sword won't work. Will the boomerang work? The boomerang will stun it, but you'll either need arrows, I think, or the magic rod. You could use the sword against this form in the original game, but we've now beaten it down. Or have we? There's one more form. With an entirely new piece of music, because this actually just used the mini-boss theme in the original games. Jump it and shoot it in the eye. If you were playing the original versions, you could one-shot this form with the boomerang. And you will notice that after a little while, those arms start going out of sync just to catch you off. Catch you off guard, I mean. As you'll see, their rotation speed has varied a little bit. Keep plugging away with those arrows.
This island is going to disappear. Our world is going to disappear. Our world. Our world.
And that does it.
Link, you have beaten all the nightmares. Climb the stairs before you.
Well, there's no turning back now. A mysterious podium in the middle of nowhere, out in space.
Young lad, I mean Link, the hero, you have defeated the nightmares. You have proven your wisdom, courage, and power. As part of the Windfish's spirit, I am the guardian of his dream world. But one day the nightmares entered the dream and began wreaking havoc. Then you, Link, came to rescue the island. I have always trusted in your courage. I knew that you could turn back the nightmares. Thank you, Link. My work is done. The Windfish will wake soon. Goodbye.
The owl disappears, and we get an acid trip whale. Just, what were they smoking when they came up with that? How does it even fly?
I am the Windfish. Long has been my slumber. In my dreams, an egg appeared. It was surrounded by an island with people, animals, an entire world. But, verily, it be the nature of dreams to end. When I dost awaken, Koholint will be gone. Only the memory of this dreamland will exist in the waking world. Someday thou may recall this island. That memory makes the dream world real. Come, Link. Let us awaken together. Play the 8 instruments. Play the Song of Awakening.
Well, with the press of a button, an entire world will vanish. With the press of a button, evil will be sealed away, and Link will return to his own world. Goodbye, everyone. I'll never forget you. I hope you can forgive me. back to the animated cutscenes like the beginning. The sun shines down on our shipwrecked hero. As Link cobbles together a little raft, the impact of what happened is still heavy on his mind. But we see cruising above us the acid trip whale, the windfish. The whole adventure was, in its own way, very much real. We are still out in the middle of the ocean, it's worth noting. Maybe the acid trip whale actually helps us out. It would be nice if he did. I mean, we did do all that work for him. But the game is done and won. So here's our credit roll for Link's Awakening on the Nintendo Switch. It has been a fantastic adventure. And I'd say, judging by the fact that the windfish is sort of cruising around, maybe it does help Link out. At least I hope it does. It has been an absolutely wonderful adventure. Quite a lot of work has gone into making this wonderful game. And to be honest, for just a remake of a Game Boy game, as some people might say, this holds up incredibly well. It looks beautiful, it plays beautifully, and it's a lot of fun. I'm really glad you've been along with me for the ride. It is nice being able to update all these old games and have people experience the best they can be. I know playing through Gold version you start to see a lot of the frustrating elements of the older days. And this is just so much more polished. The original games were still pretty strong as is, but having that extra sharpening up really does help. It just adds that little bit more character to the game, and there was plenty of that already. So if you haven't, do yourself a favour, as Ian Molly Meldrum used to say on the old music program Countdown here in Australia. Do yourself a favour, get out there and buy it. You really will not regret it. You'll get to see so much Tim O'Leary. Oh no, wait, that was Timothy Leary who was involved with LSD, but I suppose it's a very appropriate name given that there is an acid trip whale flying around. Seriously. Kind of reminds me of Sigilift's design. It's a beautiful one, but honestly, they must have been smoking something. But not much more to add until we get right to the end of it. Because there's still a little secret. Very, very beautiful result. Slowly but surely, the credits wrap up. I have to admit, Grezzo's been doing some fantastic work with the Zelda series. So there's to 26 years of excellence. If you clear the game without dying, in the original game, you got a little shot of Marin with seagull's wings. In the DX version, you had an image of Marin with a seagull flying away, and it was replicated here. She looks absolutely beautiful in the anime style, I have to say. Anyway, our cleared game is saved. We have wrapped absolutely everything up. Well, not everything. We still have some bonus challenges we can do for Dampe's dungeon clearing. I will probably be using my main file to show those off because, quite frankly, it's a pain in the ass actually building them all again. And we've also got the crane game to do, which I will show off on this file. Thank you very much for joining me throughout our adventures on Koholint Island. As long as we keep it in our hearts and in our memories, it's never gone. In a way, maybe it's a metaphor for life. People pass on. We are only temporary in this world, and that is sad. But as long as we keep alive those wonderful memories, all the good times we had, and we're able to celebrate them for what they did to make this world a better place, they really haven't gone. Keep the spirit of your loved ones alive. Keep the memories of your favourite games alive. I'm really glad to have had you along, and I will see you either in the bonus episodes or on whatever my next project may be. Be good to one another, stay safe, and I'll catch you around.